January 24th, 2009. I'm speaking to the leaders of the free world. I'm asking you to put a stop to the genocide that's going on in Iran. The Iranian people, 60% of the population is below the age of 30. They want the basic freedoms that you take for granted. I'm talking to all the citizens of the West, European Union, Canada, the United States, Australia. We have a chance to make history. We have a chance to take the Iranian dictatorship out of power. About a week ago or two, Iran had an election, if you want to call it that. The Iranian people choose a different person, not Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. The Ayatollah said before the election, Ahmadinejad is the winner. Look at what happened. Mass protests in the street, people getting killed. I saw on CNN today, a woman said, please, United States, European Union, anybody, please help us. There are people getting killed in the street of Iran with axes by the police and the military. History will repeat itself if the West does not stand up and say, we support the people of Iran. They have a right to have a free and democratic elections. They want what this book is. That's the U.S. Constitution, the most important book in the United States. The United States entered World War II after we were attacked by Japan. We won it. Japan is now the second biggest economy in the world. They are a very rich nation. They are proud of what the United States did for them. A lot of people say that we should not have entered the war in Europe. That's a touchy subject, but I can tell you this. If it was not for America, everybody in Europe right now would be speaking German. If it was for not the United States and the sacrifices we made over the years, most of the world would not be the way it is now. America has made some mistakes in the past. I'm not going to say we're perfect. Ronald Reagan said, just before he left office, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. 2 years later, the Soviet Union fell. JFK said in Berlin, I'm free in Berlin. That was over 40 years ago. That was while JFK was still alive. America has done some bad things in its course. Some people don't think that the Iraq war was worth it. My personal opinion, only history, the future, will say it's worth it or not worth it. But I can tell you this. Millions of Iraqis have risked their own life a few years ago to choose their own government. It was millions of people. They elected their own government, and they're located in the Middle East. It went off peacefully. Maybe a little bit of trouble there, but it still went off somewhat peaceful for that part of the world. The Iranian people saw it and said, well, if the Iraqis can have it, why can't us? Look at what happened in Lebanon. The Lebanese had Syria pull their troops out of the country. Hezbollah is no longer in power because they elected a pro-Western government. The people said, we don't want that form of government. Now Lebanon is free. I'm speaking to Obama. I'm speaking to Angela Merkel, Nicolas Sarkozy, Gordon Brown, Vladimir Putin, the Secretary General of China, all 5 permanent members of the Security Council. Please step up and put an end to what's going on in Iran. Don't let happen to the Iranian people what happened in Darfur. Show the entire world that the Security Council stands for something. Don't let the dictatorship of Iran do what they're doing. Please end it. Most people that's watching this video will understand. Please hold up signs. Beep your car horn. Call your elected official. Do something. Email people. Talk about it. Write letters on blogs. Put a letter on your dog and let him walk around the neighborhood. I don't care. Please help the Iranian people. Please have the politicians stop what's going on in Iran. The only difference between Iran and Darfur is a couple of 100 miles. The Iranian government will kill their own citizens to stay in power. The UN Security Council can stop it. It's not an internal matter. It is a world matter. The Iranian people have a right to live in freedom. The same freedom that all of us take for granted. Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, and Michael Savage said, this is not an internal matter. It's not. Don't think that way. It is a world matter. A world matter. It affects everyone in the world. Iran has a lot of history. It is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. Iran is the 5th biggest oil producer. It is a very rich country. It has a lot of natural resources. Do you really think that they're developing nuclear technology for peaceful needs? I don't think so. They will hold all of the surrounding countries hostage. They will say, you have to do what we want or else. Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Azerbaijan, Georgia. I can go on and on, but I'm not going to. I'm asking the leaders of the free world to stop this. Don't let history repeat itself. If history repeats itself, the whole world will have one big problem. Please stop it. Don't let the women get stoned to death or get beaten in the street. Don't let the Iranian citizens get beaten to death or get axed. If you watch CNN today, the guy was shocked what he heard. The woman said there are people in the street getting axed to death or getting shot to death by the police. What kind of civil country or civil people use an axe to shut up demonstrators? Obama, get the message. You can't negotiate with these people. You gave a speech in Cairo. I saw it. It was a good speech, but you can only talk so much. Talking is like nothing. All these people understand is literally actions. Do more sanctions. Do more something. You know what that is? You know what this is? I'll tell you what this is. That's time for the world to wake up. That's an alarm for the rest of the world to wake up and do something about the genocide in Iran. Don't let the Iranian people have a genocide like the United Nations allowed in Darfur. Stop what's happening in Iran. Please.